Onebad and I were doing some training flights with our F-18s on the Hoggit server, and we were just climbing out of Guatada Air Base when AWACS called out a single MiG-29 on our 230. The range was quite close, 30 miles, and we immediately turned nose hot to engage. At 35,000 feet, this was easily within engagement distance, and we raced to see who can get the missile off first. I managed to get it a lock, and Fox 3. As we closed the distance, I turned left by about 20 degrees to get some lateral separation while Onebad works to get a lock. At about the same time, my AIM-120 gets pitbull, Onebad launches his AIM-120. The bandit turns 180 defensive. He defeats my missile, but Onebad's missile was launched at a closer range and has more energy. Splash 1 bandit. A few minutes later, we get locked up by a MiG-31 on our 12. We pick him up on radar as well at approximately 50 nautical miles, and we close to engage. At 38 nautical miles, the bandit launches 2 missiles. Immediately, we were forced into the defensive, and I braked left to notch his missile. Onebad responds with 2 missiles of his own, while I'm furiously dumping chaff. I finally managed to get my notch angle correct, and the missile goes for the chaff. Onebad, however, eats his missile to the face. Almost immediately though, the bandit launches another missile at me, and I'm forced to break into it to defeat it. Fortunately for me, the bandit had to defend against Onebad's 2 AIM-120s, which meant the missile lost lock. His maneuver allowed me to go on the offensive. Fox 3. With the altitude descending, my first missile runs out the gas, and I fire a second AMRAAM to finish him off. Immediately though, my RWR tells me a second MiG-31 is joining the fight, He's locking me up, and I go nose hot. Missile launch. I'm forced to go defensive. He declines to follow my turn, and he zooms up. I use this opportunity to dive into the valley and extend. After some maneuvering in the mountains, I come back up and I visually spot him. I give chase. After confirming on comms that he's a bandit. Box 3. Splash, but he's still flying. And aim 9 finishes the job.